Okay, so this is the Uber cab presentation on which they raised their first round of funding. So the first page is like welcome page where they have just described shown their the main business, how it is like connecting. At that time BlackBerry was into usage, so they put in the BlackBerry and then iPhone and the cab. So they started with luxury rental only when they started, so it was only like the limousine that you can have, that you can book from them. But over a period of time they started getting more and more revenue out of it, so they converted into normal cab services. So the problem, again, it is the same thing which we learned yesterday, which we saw into the end. So what is the cabs in 2000? So they spoke a bit about the problem. The most are using the inefficient technology, radio dispatches, and also they talk about the problem of that point of time. It is again, the second slide is also about the problem that how these taxis are booked and how everything, how they take the passengers and all. Then they talk about the solution, that what can be a proficient, what can be a good solution for this. Then here they are talking about, again it is talking about the solution here. Then they that urban Uber cab concept, how it will be better than all and all. Then they spoke a bit about the then they talk about the differentiator, how their cab is like, how their startup is different from the startups which are existing already into the market. So they spoke about the key differentiator out here. Then operating principle, the execution plan and all. Then now they are talking about the products, as we have seen yesterday also. The first we need to talk about the problem, then we need to talk about the solution. And a solution and your product is completely two different things. So you are not going to mix the solution and the product into same thing. They need to be different. So now they are talking about their product, that is the Uber cab apps. Then the ubercab.com, which they also started with getting it booking through the website. So that was that. Use cases. There are use cases is a strategy through which we identify our market. There are market where we talk about the customers. Then there are use cases. Use cases doesn't have a specific customer base, but it is like anybody who is having that problem is going to avail your services. That is use cases. So they worked on the use cases rather than identifying their customer base, that okay, they will be dealing with only these customer bases, like college students will be their customer, or the people who will be coming back from their offices will be their customers. So they used use cases instead of identifying the customer market. So this is something which is new into startup ecosystem a lot. So a lot of use cases are coming into the startup ecosystem, and a lot of startups are working on use cases rather than defining their customer category or customer their market size as per the customer, because that restrict them a lot. So they use I think they were the first startup who came up with the use cases concept rather than customer sizing concept. So this is something which was innovating from Uber point of view. Then user benefit, it is also like the differentiator, how it is differentiating your services from the others. These are like the user benefits. Cab guarantee pickup can take 45 minutes, but in Uber, 5 minutes you are going to get the cab in front of at your location, wherever you are standing. You don't need to guide that person to come to your place and all. So again, they just added another environmental benefit and part. It was just because at that point of time, climate change and everything was coming. So yeah, it is also a good practice to add some social cause to your venture or startup, because it is something like an emotional thing, and angel investors are a bit emotional. So if you can smaller a bit of social cost to your startup, so it always acts good in a good manner. So you can you need to do that. And but you shouldn't be putting more emphasis on that. Oh, okay, we are going to change the entire environment. Just add it, like it is an added benefit that is also there with our startup, that we it is also going to help the society in such and such way. So it is like really beneficial to add that slide also somewhere after the differentiator, so it can be an added advantage to you. uh, then talk about the pricing and all key. What is the pricing? Then the location from where that the services is going to start. Suppose you are starting up with a e-commerce site, so you need to identify an area from which you are going to start, and rather after that you can scale it to different cities. So this is the initial area they have discussed from where they are going to start. And then they spoke about technology a bit, because from day one they maintain that Uber is a technological company, it is not a cab company. So they day one they were clear that they are a tech company, and they used the best of technology to in Uber to make it a really good company. So it was a technology company rather than a cab hailing company from day one. So they spoke a bit about the technology, how they are using the technology uh, in solving a problem of the cab into this industry. So it is like only one problem which they were solving was cab. Rather, after that they also come into Uber Eats, that is the taking care of the food delivery, and also it is Uber is a technology company which works on different problems to solve them. So that's why they have used this slide, and that is the technology slide. Demand and forecasting is again the market potential, how many money they can how much they can get and how much money they can make from it. Overall market, again the market size, overall market is what and how can they are going to explore the market composition of market. Again, it is part of the market strategy, or only key what is the composition, how and where they can place themselves into the market. Target cities will be like the expansion plan, or where they are starting. Potential outcomes, best case scenario. Okay, when we talk about the best case and potential outcomes, it is like the roadmap, how you are going to proceed into. I think it is into the yesterday's slide also. The roadmap is there, that how you are going to proceed. Then they talk about the vehicle on which their app is completely based, that is the smartphone. So how the smartphone is going to take their app to the next level, to start it to the next level. Future optimization, they talk about a bit about the future, how they are going to work on the future, and how it is going to change the way they will be their startup will be like better itself on year basis. So this is what a future optimization. It is completely like a roadmap. So it is part of the roadmap. Again, marketing idea. Uh, uh, it is like a part of business plan. I don't know why they have put it here. Local based services. The progress update. This is like what is what we discussed yesterday. That progress update is the achievement section. That how much have you reached, and where have you reached, and how you have reached. So this is how the pitch decks are prepared. If you can see, they have used like the minimum words that they can use. Still, it is like a 2008, somewhere around 13-year-old pitch deck. Still, they maintain that they are going to use as less words as it can, and if they are going to use the words, they are going to use it clearly as possible. So this is some of the example of using the pitch deck in the right manner.